While a growing number of people are going to extreme lengths to live longer. There's one Texan we met who's so committed to this lifestyle, he claims he is aging in reverse. J.D. Miles joining us for a glimpse into what they call biohacking. Tell us more.
Doug, most religions promise eternal life, but we found that some of the richest investors and techies in the world are embracing a religious doctrine of health that they believe will produce the same result. Meet a rich Texan who's one of the few practitioners willing to talk about the world of biohacking.
With this specialty infrared technology.
He goes to bed in special clothing.
And it has this metallic mechanism inside of it that helps flush lactic acid and eliminate inflammation.
He also wears a mask.
Orange glasses that eliminate the blue light so I don't disrupt the circadian rhythms.
And sleeps on a temperature-regulated bed.
Imagine your whole bed stays cold like that all night.
That's just Ari Rastegar's nightly routine. During the day, he takes nearly 150 vitamins, all customized to his current needs by his doctor. So these are your vitamins?
At least the daytime ones.
I count what look like 100 in here.
Close.
Can you take them all at once?
Let's see if we can do it.
Rastegar also gets his blood tested monthly. The 37-year-old has a $15,000 vapor machine that's supposed to reduce stress. And another machine that costs just as much to calm his brain 2 hours before bedtime. You've had to spend a small fortune, I guess, to maintain this regimen.
I have, but you know, I'm my asset.
It's all part of an effort to extend his life beyond anything humans can imagine.
But the data will tell you folks that, you know, are living this type of lifestyle are living well in excess of 120 years old.
It's called biohacking, and it's about altering a person's DNA to make it younger.
This is how telomeres are actually lengthened.
Rastegar has already spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, but the Austin real estate developer can afford it with the money he makes building high-rises, including a $100 million 26-story residential tower planned for Uptown in Dallas next year. Are you trying to live forever?
I don't know if I'm trying to live forever. I'm trying to live as long as I can contribute.
Rastegar's exhausting daily routine also includes a hyperbaric chamber, meditation, and he employs a life coach. Your kids think you're crazy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So does my wife.
Rastegar is also one of a growing number of longevity devotees who undergo hormone therapy. Others, though not Rastegar, have resorted to blood transfusions and stem cell treatments to stay young.
My biological age is now that of a 4-year-old.
A 4-year-old? But medical doctors say not so fast when it comes to treatments that promise to slow down aging.
We don't have any long-term evidence-based studies to correlate whatever biohacking techniques people are using to how long or extending life yet.
While physicians are cautious, Rastegar says he's seen the proof by lowering his cholesterol and raising his testosterone.
That is magnesium.
Rastegar, along with a number of other million and billionaires, are spending vast amounts of their fortunes in a desperate search for the one thing that so far money hasn't been able to buy them. Do you fear death?
I think we're all a little bit apprehensive, but I like to focus more on life. Even with all this biohacking and all this stuff, you don't know if you're going to make it to the next day.
Rastegar says his intense regimen takes about 3.5 hours out of his day. For those looking for a cheaper way of biohacking, Rastegar and doctors recommend a mostly vegetarian diet, a lot of exercise, and, Doug, plenty of sleep.
Somewhere I think I've heard that before, right?
Common sense.
So clearly this guy is, no matter how crazy you might think it is, if you think that, he is on the forefront of something we may know more about maybe 20, 30 years down the road.
Right. I mean, he's relatively young, as are a lot of these biohackers, techies, millennials. They're trying something we may not know for decades if they actually pay off.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Time will tell, of course. He may be around to tell the story. Right. J.D., thanks. Interesting look inside. We appreciate it.